Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode that probably doesn't really need any introduction unless you haven't watched this TV/HBO series before. Guys, we all know that winter has just passed. We got no winter in Malaysia lah, okay?
Yeah, hot as hell, bro.
Yes, hot, yeah. But in 10 more months, we all know that winter is coming. Okay, hints right there. Not to Malaysia, okay? Yes, you heard that right, folks. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a series where when you hear the theme song, you already know what show it'll be. Y'all know what show that
I
is?
just sang the song for y'all, bro.
Yeah, I mean...
Too early lah, you.
Yeah, too early lah. No. It's supposed to be this song, bro.
What?
Hey, and welcome back to the podcast. Welcome everybody to the Three Lattes Podcast. It's once again
go.
Vinod,
Yes,
Simon, and
sirski.
Wei Yong back at it again. Good morning, good afternoon,
Good morning.
good evening, wherever you are tuning into this,
night.
whether it be on
You sleeping
Spotify,
means good
YouTube.
night, bro.
Yes, good night to... it's funny, like everyone can say good morning. But then, like, if you want to say like good night in a sense of like good night when you're like departing with someone, or like saying goodbye. Like if you say good night, it's so weird because it's supposed to be like good night. But like when you say good night, it's like you want the person to sleep. But there's no such thing as good night, like goodbye, that kind of thing. People say good evening.
You too deep, bro.
Okay, sidetrack. Anyways,
What?
anyways,
Yes,
welcome back
good night,
to
man. No need to so much.
Anyways, welcome back to the podcast. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome to the podcast. We're glad that you stumbled upon our podcast on Spotify or YouTube or whatsoever.
Please stay.
And yeah, please stay. We beg of you.
Yeah.
And if you are a returning listener, thank you so much for returning back and listening to our podcast. We are glad that we are of entertainment value to you.
Yeah.
How are you doing, boys? Is everything all right?
Hey, Capitan, bro, damn fool.
Yeah, Kapitan.
Yeah,
Yes.
good coma, man.
Y'all should try the chicken melani day.
They were all like, these two boys were literally like singing like before we hit record. Like rapping, singing.
I'm on the payphone.
Okay. I think we got enough of that, right? Okay. Let's dive in. Let's just dive in. We have one hell of an episode. Yeah, this episode is gonna be really
Crazy.
yeah, we're gonna dive in deep, guys. But before we dive in deep, let us proceed with our hot take of the week. Oh, sorry, wrong one.
What?
Let's proceed with our hot take of the week. Let's go with Vinod.
Okay, B. Hot take. I don't know how much of a hot take this is, but I honestly feel like YouTube these days is being carried by food channels, which is like kind of,
Mukbangs.
which is like also like chefs have moved to like Gordon Ramsay has his own YouTube
Yeah.
channel
Yeah.
and all that.
I think
But
it's a
lot
good
of
platform
food
for them,
channels.
maybe.
I just feel like gone are the days where people used to make like YouTube content. YouTube content now is just food channels.
You know that there was a period of time. I mean, now everything's all streaming, but there was a period of
Yeah.
time where literally everyone was like making gameplays.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
PewDiePie,
Yeah.
Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, although they're
The
still
red
doing it,
bread.
but there was one time
Yeah.
where it was like just so popular.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, it's sad to see, but also at the same time, like I do enjoy cooking. I do enjoy like food shows and cooking videos.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't know how to feel about that, but I think it's like it's an opinion. It may not be a fact, but yeah, it's my opinion.
All right. Wei Yong, what's your hot take for this week?
Today's a good day.
No lah. I mean,
All day, every day.
I just feel like why people low sang, you know.
What? Oh my god.
Why people low sang? Okay, that's interesting.
I mean, that's that's because my family don't do it lah.
That's right.
So my family
right.
don't practice it. So
That's right.
I since young like I don't have the tradition to like low sang
To low
every
sang,
Chinese New Year.
I see.
As-
And then I thinking like I seeing the ingredient also I was like,
I mean, it's very healthy. It's-
What are
just
the
think of it as a
ingredients?
I don't know, man.
healthy snack.
What are the
then
ingredients?
everyone
bro?
It's just all kinds of veggie lah, like chopped up carrots.
So you just toss it up for good luck.
I
to
guess.
be honest, I never like, although like my family does the losang thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we never actually like followed like the tradition. It's just like we just losang and then we enjoy the food lah. It's just because it's food, you know. So,
Yeah lah,
it's,
so-
it's to us it's a starter to the steamboat that's coming later.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Understandable.
I've always wanted to throw stuff in the air because I've never done that.
Okay.
Right. Next time invite lah.
Okay, sure.
Invite me, please.
Anytime, man. Okay, my hot take for this week is a little bit, I think it's gonna speak facts. Okay, guys, like I feel that technology, like our technology, like our progression of technology lah, okay, and how things are getting so advanced, and food like food chains like Starbucks or like Coffee Bean or like anything that's popular, or like fashion or like Adidas, Nike, Puma, Balenciagas, and all these different things, or FOMO, fear of missing out. Like I feel it's making the current generation spend more than they have to, therefore not being able to save up properly or get by their own lives.
How much your Mac, bro?
This is investment lah.
It's like he buy for the work
Yeah, it's buy for work lah. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, how to say, like, my parents always tell me, like, how to say, like, last time, like, although like life before is like much harder, but life before can sort of be sustained because like there's the standard of living doesn't have like Starbucks all your boba, cha thai Gongcha, Koya, all these different things, you know.
Yeah.
Like or different cafes. Back then was just like kopitiam, you know, and then all you had to do was just like save up for like food.
Yeah.
And I guess like your standard of living or something like that.
I mean, your Balenciaga Speedrunners goes up to like 2.3k.
Yeah, so that
just get a Bata shoe, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Saying that I would still get a Balenciaga shoes like if I had the money.
No, like can you imagine like Vans comes out with like, you know, those white shoes.
Yeah.
But what you can get literally like those kind of white shoes when you go to school.
Oh, like the damn, that's a just unlock the
it's a
memory.
brand like
unlock the memory in
it's
my head, bro.
it's just something like
Don't be too materialistic like guys, you know. Just chill.
Just live life.
Touch some grass, you know.
Yeah, touch some grass, yeah.
Drink juice.
You gotta put it into the soundboard, touch some grass.
Yeah.
All right.
touch some grass.
That's our hot take for this week.
Pen.
We okay. that should be the intro and okay, Vinod can just do it. All right, but we would like to hear also like, you know, what are your hot takes for I know your week and stuff like that. You know,
give me any unpopular opinion.
Just put it down in like our comments, comments area, you know,
and we will fight. Just kidding.
I don't know how many times you use this sound effect.
We welcome all opinions.
You see Vinod Banana's comment today.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, for this episode, we're going to dive into something that is really interesting. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I mean, after our break of like Chinese New Year, we were talking about different shows and the shows that we like and TV series. Yeah. And we did touch upon a series called The Witcher. So, we're not going to talk about The Witcher.
We're talking about The Witcher's daddy.
Yeah, the one that... Did he start it all?
I feel like The Witcher is a stepchild of...
Yeah. I mean it's a whole different thing lah. But we know that this kind of, I guess, is like the standard or like the
benchmark.
The benchmark for like all these kind of like fantasy shows.
Yep.
Fellas, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about Game of Thrones. We couldn't put in a sound effect like, we scared later we cannot copyright. But anyways.
He's scared out of me, I don't care.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Game of Thrones today and about the why we love it, why you should watch it, and why we feel it's a great show, why we feel it's not a great show, and why you should even care about it, to be honest.
Why you should talk about it.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna be talking about on the episode today.
Oh wait, if you haven't watched the show and you're planning to watch the show, stop listening to us. There's a lot of spoilers coming up.
So
spoiler alert, man.
Huge disclaimer. Basically, there's gonna be a lot of spoilers. So do take note for those who have not watched Game of Thrones. But if you like some teasers or maybe just a little bit of spoilers to make you excited for the show, then do listen to us. But okay, we're gonna dive right into it on why we feel that we should watch Game of Thrones.
Wei Yong, what do you think? That's why he thinks.
Because it's a drama.
Yeah, it's a drama.
No shit show.
And it's a fantasy show.
Got enough of the drama.
First of all, Game of Thrones, like.
Okay, why did you watch it?
That's a good question.
Let's put it that way.
To be honest, I forgot it because it has been so long.
Okay.
Right.
Why did you rewatch it last year?
I rewatched because I had nothing to do, I guess.
Very nice. That's basically all of our lives.
Right.
Okay.
Or because it's been so long, so I kind of forget it, so I just want to rewatch.
Mhm.
Game of Thrones,
It came out in like 2011.
the first season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why I want to watch?
Yeah.
It's a drama story. It's basically, if you think about it, all 9 families trying to fight for the 9.
For the throne.
Oh yeah, 9.
For the power.
Yeah, for the
Nine
throne,
thrones, yeah.
right? For the
Yeah.
power. It's like a power based kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then it's
yeah.
like political and at the same time.
Super
It's
political.
basically like a huge package,
And the
basically.
setting is like in medieval fantasy kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of
Right.
style. What about you, Vinod? Like, why do you think we should watch?
I feel like if you love or if you're like a sucker for like medieval fantasy, this is your cup of tea. Like
Yeah,
you
of
cannot
course.
get, if this is your genre, like medieval fantasy shows, this is what you should be watching. This is
Yeah,
great stuff.
Definitely.
And then also like a lot of shows they have dragons, a lot of shows they have knights, a lot of shows they have magic. This show has all 3 of them. Like dragons,
Tapao ka liao.
knights,
That's what
magic.
the Hokkien people say. Tapao
What
ka liao.
does that mean, bro?
Tapao ka liao. You know, you
It's
go
like-
kopitiam,
like-
tapao. You
It's
I
like
know
Pao Ka
tapao.
Liao lah, it's like
Ah.
Oh, okay, I
everything
get it.
also got.
Everything also got.
Toi toi. Okay, so so yeah. So also like the range of characters, man. Like if you actually like watch it for 8 seasons, if you actually sit down and look at each characters, you feel like
You grow. Every character sort of like you have a feeling for them. You feel for the characters.
yeah, there's a range for every character.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's very hard to come by these days because these days you binge watch a lot of shows, so there's not a lot of depth in characters.
I do
But
agree.
Game of Thrones, the depth in characters are really good up until the last season, like, which I don't want to speak of, but we will later.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like I think it's an accumulation of what you all say. It's drama, it's action, it's fantasy, it's romance.
A lot of tits.
Yeah, yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Quite a lot. During the
Crazy.
first few seasons, not only the first few seasons,
The first episode also got
close to
it
the
lah.
end also. Yeah, okay, as into this, yeah. So basically, that's just that.
We
And
should like rewatch it and have like an ass and titties count.
yeah,
like, count every time,
I
like-
think they have it in
like,
YouTube. Like
you-
just search it in YouTube.
You know what's a
and then
dangerous
they'll
game to
just
play? Take a shot every time you see tits on Game of Thrones. You'll be
You'll be hammered,
you'll be
man.
like-
you're
You'll be
gone.
hammered.
Like
That's
first
insane.
season, you died.
Die, bro. You need to check yourself the AAD, bro.
Getting into season 3 and season 4, yeah, you die even more, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, but in my opinion, like, yeah, it's just everything packed into like 8 seasons, and it's jam packed with a lot of stuff. The season is basically based off like the books written by George R.R.
George R. R.
Martin.
Martin. I was about to say
J.R.
J.R. Tolkien.
J.R.
already.
J.R. Tolkien,
J.R.
bro.
already.
That's a lot
Yeah,
of
Lord
rings,
of the
bro.
Rings,
One ring to rule them all.
different
That's
show.
different, man.
Different.
Yeah, it was first written it was actually based on the novel series by George R. R. Martin, and then
A
it was
Song of Fire.
Yeah,
or
Song
of
Ice and
Fire.
Fire.
Ice and Fire.
Song
It
of
was
Ice and
made
Fire.
into a live action series, and then after that, it was it was booked. Then it was made into a live action series by the creators David Benioff
Yeah.
and
Okay.
D.B. Weiss. You
I
can
have a
yeah.
beef to pick with them, bro.
You can
The writers
we can talk about them later. Okay, let's just move on first. The first season basically came out in April 17th on 2011 on HBO.
I was
So,
from one. I was
if you
13
had-
years old.
I was 11 years old. I haven't watched it. But
Yeah.
I think by the time I watched it, I think already like season 5 was out. I think something like that.
I watched quite late.
I watched it when I started watching it when it was like middle of season 3.
Middle of
That's
season
early,
three.
Yeah,
yeah.
because a lot of people, because it got like a lot of good word of mouth.
Yeah, it was pretty popular
Yeah.
lah. Like especially within like the HBO and guys.
Like, yeah.
Okay, guys. Just give you a little bit of a fun fact here. Okay.
Mm.
So do you all know? Even to those who are tuning in, do you all know that the series based off the books written by George R. R. Martin? How to say it? I mean the books that are written by George R. R. Martin
Mhm.
is actually still being written.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I know.
That I know.
And like it is said that the 6th book is still yet to finish.
Yeah.
The Winds of Winter
Yeah.
is supposed to be the next one. Actually, it's supposed to come out last year. I think he did release it, but then like he pulled it back or something like that. I don't know. Like
The
Did
reason
y'all read the books though?
no, I haven't.
I
did.
But- oh, you did.
I didn't
Oh,
read that.
I do know of friends who have like read the books.
I did.
It's much more in depth and stuff like that. But the 6th book is set to release at 2023, And currently there are
next year.
5 books that have been published.
They're all good books though. Like if you like fantasy novels, you should really read the books. They're really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, when you read Harry Potter or like when you read like Lord of the Rings, something like that.
Can relate.
Okay.
Oh, I did read Harry Potter. I just didn't watch the movies.
Yeah. So like 5 books have been published with much success and fame, and it is said that 2 more books are currently or will be written and published after the 6 books release.
Is that a fun fact?
Yes, it is, because you would think that the series is over and that the sort of source material is finished,
No,
but actually like
part of the reason why season 8 was like a shit show is because like
I read up that they ran out of source material.
yeah, that's why. So the writers.
Yeah, that's
wrote-
why he's not done yet. You know,
and
something like that.
I mean, we'll get into it.
We'll get into that.
All right.
In
So
which, that's a pretty good segue actually. So now we're gonna move on into not the cons, but let's just talk about the good things first on why Game of Thrones is so good. Delicious stuff.
Me?
Go lah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go on. Like anybody
Alright.
can just say out.
I thought we taking turns. Never mind.
Yeah, just say lah.
Okay, so I think a lot of strengths in Game of Thrones. I mean, for me, honestly, is the best TV show of all time. At least in my time.
Best action, or like fantasy. Yeah.
For me, it takes the cake. Anyway, so
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
the good things, the strengths, engaging storyline. Honestly, you come for the action and the fantasy, but you stay for the storylines because it's so engaging.
You stay for the characters.
You stay for the characters. The plot twist. The plot twist at the end of the season 1 is when I realized, this show is different.
Yeah.
Like in episode 9, let's not talk about it, right?
Mhm.
But when that thing happened, when the incident happened,
Mhm.
right? I'm like, oh, you're all different.
Yeah.
Like this is not some regular TV show. This is like
Yeah.
real.
They're trying to set like the next standard
It's
for
like,
TV.
okay, now I have to watch it,
Yeah.
right? So that's a really engaging storyline. And production quality, like the elaborate sets.
Yeah.
Like some of their battle scenes, it takes like a month to shoot.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's a TV show. It's not a film. They shoot it like a feature film. So it goes to shows the producers really back the show, and like the production quality, the elaborate sets, the costume.
I guess they believe, like, I guess with the amount of like love that fans have been giving to the series, I guess
a lot of fan service,
yeah, there's a lot of fan service. Everything is sort of like, from what I read, like everything is sort of like dedicated to like as the series like developed and went on, like it was more like based on what the fans like opinions are, or like what the fans want to see and stuff like that.
Even
you know?
the CGI department, like honestly, like have you seen CGI work so good in any other TV shows?
TV
I don't even
shows.
see. There's some.
I mean,
feels-
during that time lah. Yeah.
even now there are some films that don't have that good of a CGI.
Yeah, depending on budget lah.
Yeah, so it's like I mean, of course everything is related to money, but still it's pretty good.
Definitely.
This and dialogue. There's so much good
Dialogue.
dialogue. There's so much good lines. A lot of quotable moments. Look, like
You know nothing,
Chaos is a
Jon
ladder.
Snow.
that's a line. That's a bar.
Who said that,
bro.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Lord Baelish.
Lord Baelish.
He said to various like
Littlefinger.
chaos is a ladder. Like
Chaos
that's
is
a
a
bar,
ladder.
bro.
Yeah.
That's a hard bar,
I
bro.
think even Cersei gave like a few quotes also.
There's a lot of quotes.
A lot of quotes
for
lah,
sure.
but
One of my favorite was Daenerys' line. She said, "I'm not going to stop the wheel. I'm going to break the wheel." That's like
Sounds so like
that's like a mic drop.
Sounds so political.
It is. It's such a. There's a lot of mic drops when it comes to like lines and
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Everything before the word "but" is horseshit.
right. Like
That's
how
true
you
though.
like you write these lines. You just engaging.
He's not
you
wrong
know?
lah.
It's like bar after bar after bar. It's just amazing writing.
Yeah.
And finally, I think it's the strong performances of the cast members: Peter Dinklage, Lena
Definitely.
Headey,
Yeah, definitely.
Jon Emilia
Snow.
Clarke. Fantastic.
Yeah, Emilia
bro.
Clarke,
Kit Harington.
Lena Headey. Yeah.
John Bradley. He's also pretty
Gosh.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
so
stuff. Good stuff.
Those are the strengths of Game of Thrones, in my opinion.
Definitely. Wei Yong, what's your what do you think GOT is so good?
It's actually what Vinod said.
Yeah, actually. Okay, you know what?
Actually,
Okay, thank you guys for watching. So we're done with the point.
It's like you said lah, storyline,
Yeah.
engaging,
Yeah, it is.
a
Yeah.
lot of plot twists which keeps you something fresh coming up lah. Like you thought like it wouldn't happen, but it happened. Then you just keep it engaged.
Yeah,
and
in
then
a way, you think about it, there's actually a lot of plot twists and like
then it's
there's a lot of things that you think that won't happen, like especially like with like the enemies and stuff like
But
that.
it's
But
like-
then it happens.
it's also like-
it's just like shit.
a lot of things are happening at the same time. Like
Yeah. You in a span of an episode, you follow like 4 different plot lines.
correct.
And that's really
And all of them are engaging.
that's really hard to do.
Yeah.
It's like
to keep-
here also got stuff, there also got stuff going on.
And
The
to keep
screenplay is
and to
really
keep
good.
everything coherent, you know.
Yeah, you never lose track of like
Hmm.
what's going on, and like you never really care less for any plot lines.
Yeah.
Because all of them are so well written and so well performed. Yeah.
Adding on to Vinod's he literally said everything really lah.
My bad.
You know, that is
Never
fiction,
mind.
fantasy, you know, the really amazing cast. I think the casting was really, really done.
Cast was good.
Done really well.
Amazing
Even
cast.
the until
performances was really great.
The bad people, man. Like King Joffrey and Ramsay Bolton.
Yeah, they gave
Yeah.
you really believe
You
in the
really believe,
characters. You know,
if you look at
think
it-
that they are xiao, no? Like
if you
crazy,
look at
you
him
know.
outside, walking on the street, you're just like, whoa, this guy.
Bro, that guy.
Till this day, Ramsay Bolton, the actor, when I see him in other movies and shows, I still see him as Ramsay Bolton.
Right.
Yeah,
That's how
It's like
you
this one,
know you
yeah.
have performed really well.
yeah, that's so.
When you really capture the character and it's
Like he is a character, like
that's
yeah,
true.
together.
yeah,
it's like one.
It's just.
That's
I mean,
true.
even Kit Harington, it's very weird for him to see him
See
in
him in
other
other shows, like,
I
you only
only
know
see
him as
Jon
Jon
Snow.
Yeah, you know, like I saw him
Yeah.
in Internals and I was just like, oh, Jon Snow.
Right, like that's Jon
yeah.
Snow. That's not
Jon Snow.
Emilia Clarke. Even everyone in the Game of Thrones.
You will just
cast,
think of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's how you know they
Yeah.
really captured the fans with their performances. 'Cause
Here,
it was so
here's
good.
my gripe with this show.
Hmm.
Like, do you know that like this? My personal opinion, I feel like a lot of novel turned series
Yeah.
usually suck. Don't you think? Like, it's pretty subjective.
What are the examples though?
Okay, I'll give you an example of it. But in subjection to like Lord of the Rings and
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
But
and
those
so
are
on.
films though.
Yeah, I mean novels based off novels. Whether
Okay.
it be
I think
turned
Lord of the
into-
Ring is good.
whether it be turned
Twilight.
into
I hate
Twilight.
Okay,
Twilight.
Twilight is
hate
Twilight
is
was
different, man.
I mean, just putting it out there,
Yeah,
like, you know, just
sorry, bro.
novels. Twilight was horrible.
Just a horrible film.
Percy Jackson was okay, but like, why only 2 movies? Like, that's the thing.
Honestly, the movies were so good. I honestly love them.
I like them too.
I really like them. I don't think
But
they're bad.
I think it's okay.
I mean, they were good, but
Give me more.
My only gripe for Percy Jackson is like, why they ended just like that? You see, Paper Towns. If you
Oh,
have heard
the
that.
John
I heard
Green
about it
books.
before,
Paper Towns. Hunger Games was okay lah.
Hunger Games was alright lah.
I have a gripe with Divergent and Maze Runner series. Okay, just putting it out there.
Divergent is ass.
A lot of people might, when they're listening to this, they might be like, "Oh, that show's good" and stuff like that. I mean, although these movies, we know that these movies have a certain following, and I feel that. But my opinion is this: I feel that they don't do the books justice.
They don't.
Yes. When you read the books,
They
right,
really
usually, right, they don't do the books justice. Some
don't.
shows, they actually do give the books justice, like Lord of the Rings, for example.
Can't say.
You
but
you sit
I
through
don't
like
know
2
'cause I don't
hours,
read.
close to 3 hours of like a single film, and it
Mhm.
feels like you've read the entire book.
that's true.
Yeah.
But it's also hard to make a show or film out of novels like that because you need to pick and choose what you show.
Yeah, and it's also like how you want the characters to play out.
The
what
treatment also is very. You can like if two people can make 2 different shows of the same novel and both of them won't. It'll be so different.
It'll be
like,
very
yeah,
different.
It's a lot of
it'll be very different.
Yeah, but the Game of Thrones did a good job in like really, how to say?
Capturing the
Yeah,
essence of the books.
it does justice to the source material. It's really good. Like if you read the books, then you know that the show actually did justice
Yeah.
for like 6 seasons, and then
Then it just became
6
horseshit.
seasons.
Okay, moving on to drawbacks. Now, like, what are the negatives that you think are like of Game of Thrones? I know that a lot of people I did read up online, and a lot of people say that there's actually a lot to say about Game of Thrones, but there's also a lot of good things to say about it. It is a good show,
it's very polarizing.
yes, but it's also there's a lot of negatives to say as well. So I'll start off by saying that after they ran out of source material, okay, after season 6, you know, the series started feeling like a bit. Don't you think that series started to feel a bit draggy? a bit mundane,
It is.
and the characters suddenly lack, and like the plot felt like very off. Like what happened to like the main goal? Like
That's the sad
I'll
thing.
give you an example. Okay, like we know that Daenerys' main goal throughout the whole entire series
Yeah.
is to claim her birthright, which is the Iron Throne. Correct?
It's not really her birthright anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, but then to her
After
it's
that
her
lah.
birthright. You know,
Yeah, to her, yeah.
to her it's her birthright. You know how? But then, but after coming to Westeros, right, and then it came off again.
So my bad.
But after coming to Westeros and destroying the entire Lannister army, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but she didn't take the throne by removing Cersei, you know, and Cersei had no army.
She
This-
had lah,
this
but
So no, I
they
mean,
surrendered you one.
This is what.
no, but she didn't just take the throne. Why didn't go to Cersei? Go take the throne. She just destroyed everyone and then just ciao.
So this
Like,
is
peace,
what
guys.
this is
You
this
mean-
is
you mean
this is
there
what
is a-
happened.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what happened. The novels lasted 5 seasons.
Yeah,
Right.
they should have just stopped.
So after 5 seasons, the
And did
show
well.
was so popular, people wanted more.
Yeah,
George R.R. Martin hasn't finished the books.
it's a stressful thing for him, man.
So the show writers
Rush him.
didn't rush him. They wrote
They wrote their own
They
self.
wrote their own
Oh.
self
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
with consultation from George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
So that's why you see season 7 and season 8 kind of tailing off because it wasn't written by
Guys,
George R.R.
even
Martin.
the actors themselves also were so disappointed, right?
Yeah. Also, the showrunners were busy, preparing and writing for the Star Wars film shows.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh my god, I've forgotten.
Yeah. So like, they really like kind of threw the whole show away. Like, it's just disappointing, man, because
Yeah.
it is such a good show.
The-
It's sad to end like that lah.
It's such a good show.
thing
I
that-
rarely get upset over like TV shows, but this one really hit me personally because it's like, why would you? No one.
The thing that really disappointed me the most was Tyrion's character, what they did with his character. From season 1 till like season 5 or 6, like Tyrion is known to be like the wisest character in the entire series.
Yeah, man.
Just-
Just like
He was just made into a laughing stock afterwards. Everything he say, like after becoming the hand of the queen, right? Like he just sounds so dumb.
Yeah.
he became a stock character for me.
he's just like,
he made the wrong he make wrong decisions and he
it's not his character. It's not how
not
he's
him,
supposed to
right?
be.
It's like
His character, it didn't finish well. It didn't finish right.
It didn't.
he's
It
always
didn't.
like a few steps ahead of his enemies and he's always like very wise and all, but he always gives like
he just lost it.
like you feel like he's in control, like when you watch him time.
Like,
But
yeah.
season 6,
He
season
just
7
lo- he
onwards,
just lost
he
it.
started
He just
making like wrong decisions and not like over and
It's
over
not
and
him.
over
It's
again.
not him.
Like, speaking on Tyrion,
No form with him.
speaking on Tyrion, I always differentiate the character season 1, season 5, and post season 5. Because from season 1 to season 5, it followed the source material, and season 5 onwards, it was the writers writing themselves. So you look at season 1 to season 5, Tyrion Lannister, the character arc, the way he started to his journey, everything from him killing his own father, Tywin Lannister,
Yeah.
Mhm.
the courtroom scenes,
Yeah.
his monologue, his relationship with Jaime and Cersei, very rocky relationship. But his back and forth with Cersei,
Yeah.
so entertaining. Like, and then when he joins the Queen, that's when the book ends, and that's when the showrunners started writing the show for themselves.
Yeah.
And then you see they didn't really get the essence of Tyrion Lannister because he then became a stock character. He wasn't integral to anything.
True.
He wasn't being himself.
Yeah.
And speaking of one of the drawbacks of Game of Thrones, I think besides all the writing in the end that kind of tailed off, it's a lot of nudity and graphic violence for me.
Yeah, lah.
Yeah.
If you
It's
don't
like,
feel comfortable watching like
Violent stuff.
stuff and a lot of nudity stuff, then
like graphic nudity though. It's
Yeah,
not, it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
just tits and asses, people like doing
Yeah.
it. Like, I don't even
Yeah.
know. I know it's unsimulated, but
Yeah.
like, come on, guys. But I also get why they did that. Shock value. Like when you see things like that, people watch.
Yeah.
The reason why it
That
got
is
so
true.
the reason why it got so popular was because in the early seasons, it was every episode you see some form of graphic nudity or graphic violence, and it attracted people to start watching it because a lot of like buzz around it, right?
That's true.
So
yeah.
that's like, I wouldn't say justified, but I understand as a shock value. And you started to see along.
But shock values are usually important lah. Like a
It's
show.
true. Like even
Yeah.
Euphoria, people started watching because of the nudity and all that.
Mm.
But beyond that, it's a good show. I think Game of Thrones needed that shock value, but I think like after a certain point,
You feel tired of it.
you feel tired of it, and they themselves kind of wrote off a lot of nude scenes, a lot of like nudity and all that. But there were some disturbing like rape scenes, which I feel was unnecessary. It's so disturbing to watch. By the way,
it's very-
Alright, let's not dive into that.
like that's one of the drawbacks for me.
We're kind of like wavering off a little bit.
I mean, it is one of the drawbacks actually. It
It is
can
though.
be an uncomfortable watch at times. You have to have like a really strong.
Well, a lot of
for
people did
distance.
complain about like Sansa's like rape scene.
That's
so
a tragic
Yeah,
scene, bro.
that's a
Like you
very-
really shouldn't film that. At least not
Yeah.
film it that way.
it's just really it was just really sad.
It's not. It was out of touch.
Yeah, that's just really tragic. Like a lot of people complained.
Yep.
A lot of people say a lot of bad things, but yeah. What about you, Wei Yong? Like Vinod really went off there.
Sorry.
Hey, but then
He's-
seriously though, like y'all have already said what I've written also, actually. But
I
think
feel like a lot of Game of Thrones fans they share the same thoughts.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's basically just like draggy and stuff like that, lah.
that's like we're just really disappointed lor with the
With
Last
the
two
last few seasons, lah.
yeah, like expected more lah, to be honest, but it is what it is.
Oh yeah, got one complaint. Why is the film so dark?
I mean,
Season
I think one episode lah.
the episode 3.
Season 8, episode 3. Battle of
Battle of
Winterfell.
Winterfell.
Yeah, it's just
So
really,
dark.
it's really dark.
Can't see anything, man.
Poor lighting. I get that it was an artistic choice, but it was the
It's
wrong
like
choice.
Director
Yeah.
wants us to see in the eyes of them.
He wants us to be in the battle.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
wants to be
But I can't
immersive
see anything.
experience. Yeah, correct. Like
True,
you have to
true.
understand, we're not watching this in IMAX.
I know, right? We're not in a cinema, you know.
Wow,
this
man.
is a TV show on HBO. You're
Who am
watching
I
it on
fighting?
TV. Yeah, like I'm not.
Gosh.
Who's dying? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
but
there's some poor stuff there.
I mean, that's just one lah. But
Yeah.
I don't think this is something bad at all. But
I mean the dark thing.
no. I mean, it says like says here important character dies. I
it
don't think
helps-
it's
I
I don't
think it
think
helps
it's
with
bad
plot
at
the
all.
story.
Yeah, that's why. Of course we don't want to see like the main character die and all lah, right?
Yeah.
Because
But, like-
you are always attached to the main characters and all, ma.
Definitely.
But sadly they do lah in this show.
Which is good.
Especially in this show lah.
Which is good. I feel like all the characters that died actually pushed the story forward.
Yeah, which is good.
they died
Because-
for a reason, not like
It contributed to a
didn't
plot
feel-
twist factor also, like who would have thought, right?
Yeah, like, I have no qualms about that. I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
After season 1, episode 9, I kind of expected everyone to die. Like no one is safe.
Correct.
Literally, it was an
You're so
anxiety.
worried, man.
Every episode is.
It's like,
is
who's
like-
gonna die?
This is a good anxiety
die
though.
next?
It's
Oh,
a
man.
good type of anxiety though. Like yeah.
All right. I mean, let's lift the weight of all the negativity right now.
Weight off your shoulders too. I'll take.
Okay,
This
Vinod.
guy.
Okay. We
Drake
feel
boy.
we feel you. Okay, we're gonna move on right now to something a bit more light-hearted, and it's something a bit. Wow, suddenly my accent come out. Light-hearted.
Like hot it.
Light-hearted.
Like hot yeah.
The UK show, right? Anyways.
It's British. We're gonna move on to our favorite characters and what.
Interesting.
our favorite
I want to
picks.
know all their favorite characters.
I think all of us are gonna say. We always say the same thing. A movie also say the same thing. We all chose Dune.
We see first.
Okay.
Who's
You know
your-
what? Let's just begin with Wei Yong.
Who's your
What
character?
What are your favorite character?
Have me more than one this one. No?
I got 2 lah.
Okay.
Nice, I got 2 also. Damn.
It's like they are like almost same ah. Jon Snow and Tyrion Lannister.
Okay.
Alright.
Got in your list ah.
Okay.
You see like
okay,
why,
okay.
why?
Okay.
Why?
Tell us why.
I like Jon Snow lah. And Tyrion. I think Jon Snow is because like actually right, we don't know much about him also at first. All we know is he's a bastard.
He was a bastard.
He's bastard son of Ned Stark. And
Yeah.
We never think
then he
like so
went to
much
the
about
north.
where he come from and all.
He
Yeah.
went to the Night
And-
Watch.
He's like if you're a bastard son, you're always treated differently. Same like Tyrion Lannister. Actually, Tyrion,
He's not a bastard though. That's the
he's
thing.
not a bastard, but he's
He's an imp,
size
so-
and he's a dwarf, and because
Yeah.
of him, the mother died and all. Like
So everyone always blamed him.
yeah. So like both of them come from like
Kasian.
how to say? Is it like
Like really like.
Underdog story. So underdog story.
Yeah.
It is-
Right.
It is what it is.
And then
Yeah.
Jon Snow and he has his purpose, which is like you know, like you can always say you can always see that
He's a
in
man
the
of
show.
virtue.
Yeah. He's always a kind of leader. Like it's always positive vibes all around
It's
him.
all
but-
just all the time.
Yeah.
And he started with Night's Watch.
Yeah. His
Like,
character really
right.
developed a lot. No?
Then after that, from there he's like slowly become like at the end of the day, he's like at one point he was king. He was king of the north. And
Yeah.
he is supposed to be king. He's supposed to be sitting on the Iron Throne, but never mind, that's for another day. And Jon Snow is part of a lot of epic moments as well.
I mean,
Yes.
he is sort
He's
of like
like-
the main character of the
Yeah,
entire
yeah.
show.
When he fight against the Night King, Battle of Heart. Is it Night King? If I had in the
Heart
Heart Home one.
Heart Home.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Battle of
Season
Bastards.
5, episode 8.
Yeah.
Heart Home.
So and yeah, that's for Jon Snow lah. He's good looking also. What?
He really is though. I think he brought back the beard and long hair
Yeah.
look.
Then
No
Tyrion
nothing,
Lannister.
Jon Snow.
If we think Game of Thrones as a chess game, I would want him to be on my team.
Okay.
That's right. That's true.
He's
That's
always,
true.
I mean, since the beginning, until the recent point, the last 2 seasons,
Okay. not
he has
bad.
always been the wise strategies, that kind of thing. Like he's always few steps ahead. Like I
It's
said just
very
now.
interesting to watch him.
Yeah,
on
and the way he
screen.
speak, right,
Yeah.
and also the way
There's
how
a lot
he,
of like
So a conviction.
yeah,
authority
Yeah.
kind of vibe from him
Like-
also.
and that's also and what makes it very even like more special is because he is like such a character that's been looked down.
Yeah. His backstory is very sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a dwarf. He's like nothing like compared to his siblings. He is like
In his own family.
Yeah.
That's why he always like that's why his character development went from like being drunk and he kept sleeping around and he
Right.
never cared about
Yeah.
anything. But then after that, like
When
Yeah.
he became the hand to the king in season 2, yeah.
the Joffrey.
Yeah, when King Joffrey. We saw the best version of Tyrion Lannister there.
he like
And-
yeah.
Season 2 was Tyrion Lannister's just watching him, you just want to root for the character.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
the way he moves and all that is like, oh,
Yeah,
like he's
the
in his
way
bag,
he wiggle
bro.
out of situation.
Yeah.
He always get the best out of the situation lah.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
No matter who is around him or he's doing for.
So
he's
Tyrion
serving
and Jon Snow.
Tyrion and
Yeah.
Jon Snow.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Good
place a
stuff.
bet with everyone that I think all of us will have Tyrion in our list because Tyrion
Peter
is on
Dinklage,
my
the goat.
list.
Okay. who
He
else?
is by far my favorite character as well because number one of his character development. Okay, I really enjoyed his character development.
But
And
Lannisters always pays that.
but yeah, but then again, I only enjoyed his I only enjoyed his character development up until like season 6. So the rest was just like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Can agree
I'm
with
gonna
that
keep
one.
things very brief. My second favorite character is actually
Arya.
Hodo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
I
Very
choose-
minor character,
yeah,
but
I
really
ch-
good character.
I really felt for Hodo, although he was just like he protected was
Bran,
it? Yeah, he protected
Brandon
Bran.
Stark.
Yeah, and he was always like beside Bran and like of course you gotta choose him because like,
Heartwarming in a way also.
you gotta choose him because of his past story, because Hold the Door, season 6, episode 5.
He's just a huge teddy bear.
It's like because of his disabilities, he's just very. He's like out of all the drama, right? You got this guy.
He is
All
like
he do is just help people.
he just feels so genuine.
Yeah. He feels
That's
very
true
genuine.
though.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
true.
he
It's
just help people.
one of the most genuine characters in the show.
Like you
Yeah.
see everyone that's so toxic one.
Yeah.
And then you have this guy.
It is.
Like
a lot
Yeah.
of gaslighting.
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah,
toxic.
and then there's this guy, Hodo.
he's just there to help. Like,
Hodo.
just, but do all the good stuff. Like,
All he does is just stand there and
Humble,
like protect
Yeah,
Brendan
correct.
Stark. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's mine, Tyrion
very
and
inspiring.
Hodo.
lah.
That's a good.
I'm okay. Let's all take a guess on what's his favorite one.
I think it's very obvious.
Tyrion is
Tyrion is
confirmed
definitely
lah.
one.
Tyrion is there.
Arya.
Yeah.
Oh, serious?
Arya Stark. Arya Stark
Alright,
for me.
steady.
Arya Stark for me. A lot of characters they kind of they went through a character arc that like kind of went haywire after the
Especially when season 6 and all that.
yeah.
Mm.
Correct. So we
Season
always
seven,
we
season
always
seven,
men-
season
so we
eight.
always mention this like season 1, season 6 good, season 6, season 8 a lot of
Yeah.
characters went through shit. Arya Stark's character didn't.
She
Her
her
character arc
development,
was complete up until the end of the show. She was Arya Stark through
and true.
through and through. Like everything. Like look, this girl went through like shit. Like she
From
was
such a young age.
she was the only Stark family member that saw the beheading of her own father.
Yeah, her own
right?
father.
Yeah.
And then
The family died.
she was there. She was there in the Red Wedding.
Yeah.
She was there in the Red
But
Wedding. And
because
then
the Hound brought her away, saved her thing.
Yeah, she wanted to reunite with that was supposed
family,
to be
right?
that was supposed to be the day they reunited with the family, but
Yeah.
they got massacred.
Yeah, they got massacred.
And then
The Red Wedding.
she lost her direwolf,
Oh
season
my
1,
gosh, that's so
Nymeria.
sad, bro.
Nymeria, because of Joffrey.
Ah.
So she lost that.
Yeah.
And
That was so sad.
Nymeria came back, but she kind of went. She's like, Nymeria, just do your own thing,
yeah,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
Do your thing,
Let
girl.
me be me.
Gonna live
Yeah.
in the- gonna live in
And
the
then
wild.
and then she had to move all the way to the other side of the land
Yeah. And she trained.
to train with the
The
suffer a lot also lah.
faceless
and
guy. What's his name?
Come back.
became an assassin. What's his name? Jaqen Hagar.
Yeah.
Trained with Jaqen Hagar. At one point he was blinded by Jaqen Hagar as a
Oh.
lesson, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
Oh yeah, then
which
she
was-
wore the blindfold. I remember. Yeah.
And then when she came back to Westeros, she did what she wanted to do, which is to take revenge on the people that wronged her family. She killed Walder Frey.
Yeah, vengeance basically was like her main like mission.
Motivation, and it stayed that from the
Yeah.
starting till the end. That's what
Justice,
she always
justice
wanted.
and
Yeah.
vengeance.
And she was always disinterested about the.
And she was
the
always
politics.
like really like when she met up with like the sisters and like everyone when they were all reunited, she was always the one that was very like on her toes.
Yeah.
And that's what, and her journey, if you were to go through the journey she went through, that's what you expect her to act like.
correct.
Yeah, right? And like, I know a lot of people had this problem about like Jon Snow should be the one that should have killed the Night King. But I honestly had no problem with Arya Stark killing the Night King.
I think it's okay.
That was
I prefer Jon Snow, but
I
Arya
prefer
is
Jon
fine
Snow
though.
too because I feel like Arya Stark had nothing to do with the Night King.
yeah.
Right? she only saw him the one time. Right? Like her journey was different.
Bro,
Jon Snow,
like
Jon
Jon
Snow from the
Snow.
start has always been about
That's
I
why.
want to get rid of this dude.
Like they have beef on,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like and then Arya Stark was like,
So no, I got it first.
yeah. Which is why I feel I was so badass about it because like that like that was a moment in
The
history.
Night King is just an obstacle.
Like
for
Arya Stark killing the Night King was celebrated around the world. Everyone watching the show was hype. I was
They were
hype.
like,
I was screaming. It was like
"Woo!"
watching a sports match.
Sports
Like it was
match.
like watching like a football game or something. That's what it felt like, right? And then like the line she said like when Melisandre in the room, she was like what do you say to the god of death? And then she says not today. That was like goosebumps.
Yeah.
She had a lot of
Then you thought that something's gonna happen.
She's been through
Yeah.
a lot.
Then
lah.
she just chowdy.
Arya's and then the end is when because a lot of characters kind of like Brandon Stark became the king, which is like okay, I don't get that. I don't get why. Jon Snow went back to the Night's Watch, which also is like okay,
yeah.
what the
I
hell?
mean the ending, right?
Yeah, but Arya Stark did what Arya Stark would have done,
Mm-hmm.
which is just to be like, nah, screw this. I'm gonna go my own way.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna
Independency.
explore the world. I'm gonna
Yeah.
see what's
Yeah.
out there. I don't care about the politics. And
I
that's-
guess it really shows her character because like even like from season 1 itself, you can see that she always wanted to like join her brother to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
And all these different things.
very
It just proves her character.
very consistently written. I feel like there's no dips. There's no inconsistency like
She breaks the image of like being a princess and all.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
she
she is a
ain't no
princess.
sense.
Yeah, she's a
She
She's a
ain't no
princess.
sense.
Yeah.
But nah.
I think she's like a really good role model for like young girls.
Yeah, I
feel.
do.
I'm not a young girl, but I feel like if I was a young girl, I'd be like, damn, Arya Stark, I want to be her.
Yeah.
I'm a dude and I want to be her.
Okay.
TMI.
All right, let's move on. Okay.
Too much information.
We all want to be we all want to be Arya in one way or another.
We don't want to be someone. We don't want to be, a eunuch. We want to be very
I honestly thought that you were going to choose Varys actually.
top 3.
Top
honestly,
three.
if you say top 3, I'll put him there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Varys.
Now that we have chosen our favorite characters and the reasons why, now let's choose like our favorite moments and our like favorite episodes from the show itself.
I think I know what's on your list.
Yeah, guys, I think we're
Really?
gonna have okay. We
Really,
just
Okay. I think I talk about it a lot. No, man. We see
yeah.
go.
That's why we end with him, no?
Really, okay. Hey, you start with him first. What's
Me?
your
I think I got 2, I think.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Okay.
Moments lah. This is moments,
Moments
lah.
lah.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
sure,
okay.
why not?
Arya kills the Frey family.
Yeah.
The
Walder
part-
Frey?
Yeah.
Get it?
No one expected it.
yeah.
Do you expect it? Though?
I
I
expected.
thought it was just like they just like
like
Normal feast kind of thing.
the journey of Arya, in that sense, I expected it. But
there was an underlying feeling lah, like I felt lah,
but the way she did it was what was so unexpected. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it
"Ooh."
was like a
Suddenly
shock
she take
factor.
out the
Wow.
mask, like, oh man.
I was like, this
It's like surprise, man.
She's like,
badass, bro.
like it really is a statement move, man. Like,
Yeah,
for
yeah, that's
her,
like
right?
that is.
It's like she's different. Like she has the ability to do all this way now.
That's like saying boom, I'm back.
Yeah. That kind of feeling.
Yeah,
Like,
that kind of
oh
thing.
man, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that was really savage. Yeah, really good.
She cooked the family in a pie and
Bro,
served it to
that's
Walter
crazy,
Frey.
man.
That's like
Crazy, man.
boss ass stuff, bro.
That's
Yeah.
like,
Oh, that was
Who
cool.
would have thought a girl would do that?
Yeah, that's a good one, that's a good
she
Another
ain't a
one.
girl. She ain't a girl. She's a
Very
woman.
underrated, very underrated moment. All people
Yeah,
say that.
Yeah.
Another one is when it's not the biggest moment ever, but it's when Daenerys frees the Unsullied.
That was one of the biggest moments in the show.
Oh, is it?
I feel like
Because it's like we know Daenerys like has like nothing when Khal Drogo dies.
So
and,
like when she saved the Unsullied, it became like her family.
yeah. I mean the way that she did it lah.
Yeah.
I feel like if Arya started killing Walder Frey was her statement move, I think this was
Yeah.
Daenerys' statement move.
It's like who like she doesn't want to get an army. Right?
And it's not like she wanted to control them, you know. She wanted to give them.
She
Liberate
did
them.
it in a way, right?
she liberated
you
them.
cannot blame her for doing like
Yeah.
she. How to say? It's not like she did anything wrong. I don't know how. I don't know how to say, but it's like
Well,
she played by the rules.
She needed an army.
Yeah, she did.
got an army. She paid for it, but also she liberated them at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy. How do you do that?
She played by the rules.
She did.
But
But
the
yeah,
way that
was
she
just
get out of that
like,
situation,
Yeah.
right? Damn.
You know what's funny? The entire time the dude that owned the Unsullied didn't
Yeah.
know she spoke the old Valyrian.
Correct.
And she pretended like she didn't.
She
Yeah,
was
yeah.
in control the whole time.
Until the end.
The rules is like they trade ma. They give her the whip, which is the one that control the Unsullied.
Yeah.
And then she
Drop the whip.
give the dragon like a trade.
Then the dragon like
basically,
what?
Yeah.
Forgotten, like
She had the army in her hands already.
Yeah.
She always had it. She always
She
had it.
she had it.
Yeah.
She now it's like double confirmation. Okay, she
Yeah.
had it already.
yeah.
And then
Dracarys.
yeah.
And then just Dracarys.
Dracarys.
You know
This
what was
Dracarys.
so good? I really missed that. I should have put it in my list. But you know what's so good about that? She performed that scene while suffering a brain aneurysm.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
She was
Dang.
that take. She was having a brain aneurysm. That was so badass. Emilia Clarke, man.
Wow.
bro, that's like the moment that like she's not
playing around.
Yeah, she's not playing around.
She's not kidding
fooling,
around.
man.
She has the
Yeah.
she has the mission and she's locked
Yeah,
in.
she's
you know?
no blondie. She's like
Yeah.
yeah,
and
yeah.
she got that. She's wise enough to wiggle out of that situation and
But the brain aneurysm, but when reading about it, it's a fact though. You should look it up. Like,
Yeah, that's-
she suffered a
I'll
brain
definitely go look it up.
aneurysm.
That's really
that's
interesting.
the
Dope. That is dope.
2 moments for me lah.
That's good
Okay,
stuff.
cool.
Good stuff. I don't have that in my list, you know.
Oh,
These two are-
interesting.
No.
Okay.
First time it's different.
Okay. I have the same scene as one of them, same choice
Kills the
as Arya. That was just really, to me, it was so satisfying to watch that scene. Just to see the Greyjoys just all like die.
Not the Greyjoy lah.
And
Not the Greyjoy, but
the
the Freys.
Freys,
The
sorry,
Freys,
oh my
the
gosh.
Freys.
Yeah,
Greyjoy,
the Freys.
is
Sorry,
in
not the
the island.
Greyjoys. Sorry.
The most annoying ass family on the Westeros island, bro. Like,
Yeah.
honestly.
You mean what Greyjoy? Ah?
The Freys.
Freys.
The Freys,
Yeah.
like...
I mean, and also the strategic. Their location them is very strategic. Like
they're the middle, right?
yeah, they are the bridge. You have to go through them no matter what.
Literally. Yeah.
I hate them
Second in line is the death of Joffrey.
Hi, that's good way.
Okay.
I like it.
I
I
was
enjoyed it,
so
man.
on.
I was like,
Yeah, man, you deserve
die,
it.
shit.
He did though.
Like when he died, I was just like, oh,
And the way that was like
the-
so painful.
yeah,
like,
the way that when he died, I was just like,
I-
oh, you died.
I feel like I'm
Was it-
a psychopath now. eh.
Was it satisfying?
I enjoyed that way.
Was it satisfying for y'all when he died?
It was.
For me, it wasn't satisfying enough because I feel like the kind of
You
shit
feel like he should
die more,
Die
an uglier
even
death.
worse, right?
Yeah, an uglier death. Like
Yeah.
you shouldn't be dying. You should be decapitated. You should be tortured first.
Yeah, I know,
Not
right?
like-
After torturing
Aye.
so many people,
sorry, man.
Yeah.
Evil way.
Gosh.
Evil way.
so
Yeah.
evil. And
Amazing character though. Like,
yeah,
like the
really,
character-
really great acting.
His
Really
ego
great
is
acting.
really-
yeah.
Really engraved.
Yeah.
to you, man.
You really feel like he's like some sort of
Yeah, bro,
psychopath.
And this
psychopath.
dude is like 14, 13 years old. And
Yeah.
I never I wanted to.
Sheesh,
You
man.
never hated a character that much.
Yeah, I just like I just want to slap that
like
dude.
this boy,
So, sport ass kid.
That's why.
That's a good moment though. I think it's season 4.
I have season 4 episode 2. Yeah. I have an underrated. I don't think it's an underrated one, but
Underrated.
you know, like all these scenes are all satisfying, but this one is not, to say, really satisfying. My top 3 is the Red Wedding.
I think Red Wedding is most
This episode was so shocking. My mouth, when they all died, right? My mouth was literally like this the whole entire time of the episode.
I still feel like I haven't recovered. It's been years.
it's a big hit.
It's
man.
traumatic.
Bro,
Yeah.
when the mom like she
Kena cut.
She was crying.
cried,
in the last,
right? And then after that, like she just slit her throat. She know that it was already like she just let out one last cry, and then she was just like,
The sad
"It's
part
done,
about it
it's
that
done."
the sad part about it is that she watched her son and
Sort of.
Everyone, like,
everyone
geez.
Yeah.
died. She watched them die and then
Everyone.
she died.
Then she
Yeah.
died.
Then she died.
Holy crap! You like, you know,
Oh,
your mother.
man.
Imagine like your mother watching you
I
die,
think
man.
that is like the most memorable.
Oh, my
like,
lord.
Like it's not in a good way though, but like it's like
Traumatic.
very
Yeah.
traumatic.
you think about
My
it.
I
God.
don't know how to watch the next episode after that. You know, I'm like, what can
I
y'all
was
do
just
to
like,
me?
how
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
recover from that?
Correct. It's like, oh, now what?
that kind of stayed with me until the end of the show.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that episode was crazy.
The Red Wedding was insane, guys. Like,
Good stuff.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, yeah. That's my favorite moment.
Okay, I got 3 for y'all.
Oh, you got 3, is it? I got,
And none
I
of
got
it
how
is,
many? I got
and none
2
of it
only,
is the
is it?
same.
Okay, I'm gonna guess. Let's
You
guess.
do a Red Wedding, Okay lah.
I did
Aya
Red
kills
Wedding.
the Night King.
I didn't want to say the Red Wedding because it wasn't the best for me. It was very traumatic.
Yeah.
But it does like but it's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
Night King, no, it's not.
Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At home.
I'm gonna start off with season 6 episode. No, I'm gonna start with Hard Home first. Season
Hard
5 episode
Oh.
8 Hard Home.
Okay.
Why? I feel like it's the second best battle scene in the
Hard
whole.
Home, ah?
Yeah, Hard Home.
Home,
Ah.
home.
It was when Jon Snow and
The Night King.
Tormund Bane went to see the
Wildlings.
the wildlings, and then they got
The Wildling.
sabotaged by the
Yeah,
Night
yeah.
Walker and
Oh,
the
that.
Walkers.
Oh, yeah. That one.
Yeah. Second best battle scene in the whole show
Battle of Bastards.
after the Battle of the Bastards. Because I feel like that's the first ever episode in the whole show where you actually saw the strength of the White Walkers and the Night King.
Yeah.
That was when you were like,
Oh,
oh,
scary, man.
shit.
Yeah, it's real.
This dude's not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is real. This is like
He's like,
something.
this ice guy,
This Iceman, is not to be played around with. That's
scary. Man.
Yeah.
and
literally.
also I don't know if you guys remember. There's this one character called Carsey, which is
Currency.
one of the wildling. You only see her in this episode.
Okay.
I feel like I was so related to it. I was so engaged with this character where like I wanted this character to stay alive the entire time. When she died, I was like really sad.
Oh man.
And for me, for these writers to write a character that I can relate to and care for within a span of just one episode,
Mm-hmm.
that's very good writing for me.
I like the cinematography of that episode. Like
Very
the
cool,
way that they
right?
film the fight
Very
scenes and all.
Yeah.
And the ending part with the final shot of the Night King reviving the dead.
Oh
bodies,
yeah.
And it was just silent. There's no music. There's no nothing. It's just him reviving.
So quiet.
So I was like, oh
Aye.
shit.
And the suspense behind it, and then after when they all like woke up, I was just like, oh, they did.
It's
There's
like,
a lot-
you
there's
want
a
to
lot-
know
They
more. Like,
did.
okay, what's next? What's next? What's
They
next?
did.
What's
There's a
happened?
lot of oh shit moments in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest oh shit
One of
moments. I
the
was like,
biggest
oh
ones.
shit. Because it was just them looking at the Night King reviving.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna
They
do?
just barely escaped.
It's like the Night King's literally flexing on them. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. It's like,
What? You really gonna stop me? What are you gonna
oh,
do?
man.
That's a power move right there. Second one, I already mentioned it. Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah.
Best battle.
Good.
Yeah, so good.
Best battle in the
Cinematography, good
whole-
production.
The amount of body, dead bodies.
Just
Yeah,
one
that was-
shot. Just the one shot of Jon Snow with the sword, while all the Bolton.
One of his most epic moments.
one of
Yeah.
those epic
Like
cinematography.
he him
Yeah.
there staying in the sword.
Iconic.
You know that logically.
He can't do anything. But that's Jon Snow.
He just stand there, but damn cool.
But that's Jon Snow.
Yeah,
He's
I got
got-
a
yeah,
sword
very-
in my
very-
hand.
I don't care.
You ain't got nothing on me,
You know that
guys.
Jon Snow vibe, you know, like, oh
As
man.
long as I'm walking.
Logically wise, you know that he's gonna die lah, actually.
But that's such a cold, like
Cold-blooded
iconic
moment.
iconic moment.
In reality, guys, like
Nice
he
in
would
his
have been
vein.
dead already.
Yeah,
No, but
yeah.
that screenshot of that frame of him like facing up to the Ramses
Built different, bro. This guy.
is just
It's just built different.
iconic. And also
Yeah.
like it's so many moments of that battle, I was filled with anxiety and claustrophobia.
You really don't know what will happen actually. Like
I was very claustrophobic.
and you also most probably feel that it's like the battle is tipping to one side.
Yeah, it always back and forth. You never know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
Right. And also the claustrophobia that was in the claustrophobia and anxiety that was like induced because of like how they filmed it with all the stacking bodies.
Yeah.
There's one part they were stampeding
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and all that. That was like I physically felt like it was hard to breathe just watching it. And I know it sounds like a struggle, but when you watch it, it's so engaging. I feel like it's so good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the payoff was really well. The way he killed Ramsay Bolton.
I think the context also the
Yeah.
context of the battle.
Mm.
Like,
I
how
think
they
it was a
build
good
up.
end to Ramsay Bolton's character, and
Yeah.
also I think it was a good start of like Jon Snow taking back what was his right.
Yeah.
So I think it's my
Taking what
best
he-
moments, one of my favorite moments. I don't think any of y'all got this. Season 6, episode 10, The Winds of Winter. Cersei blows up the Great Sept.
Oh,
I
that
do
was like
remember though,
that
but-
was like that. I remember that scene. I watched it. I was like,
It's quite shocking though from her. But at
whoa.
the same time, I feel like it's
Shocking,
something that she
but
would
also the way they shot it, the building suspense,
boom.
the score.
It went silent
by
at
Ramin
one point,
Djawadi.
right?
Yeah, it was quite silent. And then
It's-
Ramin Djawadi's score hits.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, this is one of the best scenes in the whole show, because the slow build up and also the context of the scene is Cersei is facing trial by the High Sparrow, right?
Correct,
If she
correct.
goes there, if she goes to the Great Sept,
Bro.
she's dead.
Yeah.
She's dead, right? She's gonna accumulate and all that.
She-
And you thought Cersei being Cersei, she's like she's done.
yeah, you thought
Yeah,
she's done, but
She's
nope.
done. But no, what she did, she blew up the Great Sept.
I thought that when she was going, I thought like it's done for her. I was actually pretty happy. And then after that, she like came back. And I
Nah,
was like,
man.
For me, I think that's when she won. I kind of hated her character, but when she blew up the Great
You
Sept,
actually, it's funny. She's like the villain, right? But then you eventually
I
like,
was a fan of her when she did that.
You started like liking her for some reason.
I was like, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
like if you talk about Arya being dope for killing the Night King and
Yeah, it's
killing
her.
Walter
This
Frey,
is her
this is
moment lah.
her moment. This
Yeah,
is her
yeah, yeah.
iconic moment. This is her saying, "I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Y'all can't do anything about it." Like you wanna
You ain't
send me
gonna
to
touch
trial.
me.
And when you send you to trial, I'll just blow up the
Yeah,
Great
man,
Sept.
not
I don't
today,
care.
bro.
I don't
Not
care if you
today.
die. She should kill like
A
Loras
lot of
Tyrell.
people, yeah.
like-
Ah.
She literally went to war with the Tyrell family just because she didn't want to get humiliated by the High Sparrow.
Yep.
And just the building of the scene, the cinematography, the score of Ramin Djawadi, did a great job
That's
by the way.
the
Light of the Seven,
wildfire.
the wildfire,
Green color fire.
great stuff.
Good-
I feel
good
like
stuff.
dope.
Good stuff.
Love that.
Definitely.
Love that. Y'all should watch it.
You've heard it here, folks. Our favorite characters, our favorite episodes, our favorite moments from.
How much
the
time
wo-
do we still have? Because I think got one more.
Yeah, we have one more actually. We have one more where we are gonna be discussing about.
Wait, you have one more. You have one more favorite moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
you have
go.
one
Let's go
more?
through it. Let's go through it.
Oh,
briefly.
No,
okay.
that's just because I like
Okay.
since young I'm like a war guy. Like I like
Okay,
to see a
okay.
lot of fighting, and all and so. But this is for me because I like the Dothraki
Okay.
people
Okay.
and I'm very intrigued by them.
The Dracarys are so underrated in the show.
And so this battle, the loot train, they were a bit too late lah, sadly. But the moment when the Lannister army feel like, like suddenly like the ground is shaking, like
Goosebumps,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it's like oh my god, like, what's coming? Then suddenly you see the whole Dothraki hot, right?
On the horses.
Yeah.
And they come in with
You
their
can
war
hear the
chant. Yeah.
sound. You can hear first. You feel the vibration first, then you hear the sound, and then you saw them all coming, already, riding the horse and all that, and then
Yeah.
suddenly, right, we finally wait for that moment to happen. Daenerys actually rode her dragon to battle.
You saw the shadow. Coming
Yeah, like
over.
vroom, oh my! It's like the Lannisters are like just
What now?
yeah.
What more you want?
That moment is like damn, like
Come to cari pasal sama.
it's time to like really like you really have no chance
It was
against
a
that. Like
scary
it's
moment.
it's too overpowered.
It was the first time the Lannisters were like felt really small.
Yeah, they felt like that. Then it's really like that lah. Like
Until then, they felt like they're the king of the world.
yeah,
And then that really brought them
it's
down
very
to it.
it's too OP already. That
It was. If I was a Lannister army, if I was,
if you
if I
see a
heard,
dragon,
I'll be pissing my pants, bro. I'm like, what?
you see a
Doom
Dothraki
for-
riding to
We're
What
doing
the hell? I'm on your team, bro. Treat me.
Right. So I think it's a very, very cool moment for
That's a good
Daenerys, because
one.
that's like the first battle, like
No, it's one of the first one with
on
with
Westeros, because she wanted to come back Westeros.
yeah.
So that's like one of the first.
This is such a great show
battle,
because
like-
we talk about like 6-7 great moments. There's a lot more.
Yeah,
actually, there are a lot.
There's a lot more.
a lot actually, a lot
Yeah.
to talk about.
That's for me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the season is the show has ended. I think when did it end?
What last 2019?
2019, right?
Yeah,
It
man.
ended in 2019, but hey, guess what? It's getting a reboot. No, it's not getting a reboot.
It's getting
It's
somewhat
getting
of a reboot.
somewhat of a pre-boot.
Let's call it prequel.
Yep.
Prequel.
Let's
Yeah,
call it
pre-boot.
prequel.
House of Dragons, guys. House of Dragons is coming out 2022. We have no idea what are the dates yet.
So Wei Yong, what is
Yeah.
House of Dragons? Please explain to us.
House of Dragon is actually the prequel of
House of
Game of
Dragon?
Thrones. So
Dragon with House.
it's like it's set 200 years before the events of Game of
Mhm.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, and it's the beginning of the end of House Targaryen.
Yeah. Because in the Game of Thrones, we started
Yeah.
at the like when Targaryens were no more.
Correct.
Right,
Yeah.
So
so
this is
Targaryen
going
was
back
only
to-
like
So this is like about the Targaryen.
Targaryens
Yeah.
were like exiled, and we also in the show we also heard like how powerful they were, like riding dragons and all.
But we never really
Like
see
they
it.
are like
Yeah.
actually they
There was
were
a
once.
lot of
Bro,
references.
I hope that we
Never
see more dragons.
Correct. It's like they
Yeah.
were once such a powerful house
Yeah.
riding dragons. Like they sound unstoppable.
Yeah. And we hear a lot about the Mad King for
Yeah,
8 seasons,
yeah.
and we
Yeah,
never
yeah.
really see them.
Yeah, we never see him.
We're gonna see him.
It's like we only know Daenerys Targaryen. And
Yeah.
Well, at
This-
the end,
and then
we saw
Jon
Snow becoming a
is
Targaryen.
actually a Targaryen. So
Yeah.
we didn't see much. So I think this show is gonna show a lot of that.
Yeah.
And also the events leading up to Targaryen civil war.
Yeah, the war that everyone's talking about in Game of Thrones. We
Yeah,
never really, a lot of
Yeah.
reference. The events of this show was referenced a lot in Game of Thrones. So we just,
I just hope
Yeah,
that
interesting.
they make the continuity like smooth lah. Like there's a good
The
continuity.
good thing about this is that this is written based on the novel that came out. It's coming out soon. It's called
the
Fire and Ice
Fire and Ice,
by
yeah.
George R.R. Martin,
Fire
which is
and
like, a prequel.
Fire and Ice, and then got Fire and Ice Part 2 coming out somewhere. I don't know when.
It's a few volumes. So
Yeah.
this is, and it's a different showrunners. Miguel Sapochnik, which is also the director of Battle of Bastards, is one of the showrunners.
Okay.
So quality wise, I can expect the best.
Okay. In all honesty, I'm keeping my options open. I'm keeping my mind open and my opinions open.
I'm excited though.
I think it's a good.
I mean, they retained the music composer Ramin Djawadi, which is like a great class.
I think it's a good like step for them to like
Reopen the series again.
like they ended very.
Let's
nice
hope
lah.
that they can redeem themselves.
Yeah. I
with
think
this.
it's a very good chance for them to actually.
it's sad to say
that.
that we need to redeem the show because I feel like the show is so great. They just messed it up.
They
at
messed
the
up at
end.
the end, lah,
they-
but
they messed
it's
up,
okay.
yeah.
It's not okay, actually.
It's not. I'm still very
Hi.
upset.
We are all still upset, guys.
I felt like I could have wrote the story better also, but anyways.
David Benioff, we're all upset.
But it is what it is. It happened 2 years ago.
I'm upset. 50,000 in my head.
If
That's
only I can
disrespect.
go back in time.
Yeah.
Hot tub time machine.
Yeah, House of Dragon.
Good movie.
Exciting, man.
House
Like,
of
'cause
Targaryen.
it's been
Coming out 2022.
It's
I
been
think April. I'm
few
not sure.
years already
Huh?
since we last
2022
seen Game of Thrones.
April, me?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe April, maybe summer. Who knows?
But it's
Right?
this- but-
Maybe
but
end of the
it's-
year. Who
but
knows?
it's this
also.
year lah. It's this
It's
year.
this year lah. We just
This
don't know
year.
when lah. For all
Yeah.
we know, it come out December.
Got trailer already, so
Yeah, go
watch
check out the trailer.
Trailer.
Watch the
teaser, you
Trailer.
can just watch
Trailer.
lah.
Teaser trailer. I think.
Yeah.
quite cool.
Very good. Very interesting.
I'm very I am excited for it because of what it will offer in terms of like the Targaryen story.
Mhm.
And most importantly, give us more dragons. Give us more dragons.
Yeah,
We want
yeah.
to see
More
more dragons.
dragons.
Okay, guys, just listen to us.
We're all just kids at heart.
yes, just give us dragons, and we'll all be
Yep.
happy with every smiles on
They
our
when
face.
when
Guys.
they ride the dragon, oh man.
American Dragon.
When Jon Snow wrote the
Damn, okay.
dragon, whoa,
yeah.
there's like, damn.
That's a good moment. Yeah, it's a
Didn't
good
the
moment.
dragon like give them a stank face when they were kissing?
Yeah. correct.
Ayo,
That's
guys,
funny.
that part was so memed lah. Weh.
That was funny.
That part was so
Damn.
memed.
It's
that
like
one.
you ride horse normal lah.
Yeah.
Who also ride horse lah that time?
Everybody rode
Who
horse.
ride dragon? No,
Oh,
only
nobody.
two of them.
They built different.
Or
bro.
before that lah, a lot of them lah. But
yeah.
damn,
Yeah, House of Dragon.
Also, dragons.
Really
how
excited.
cool is that?
Stay
though?
tuned. We are really excited for it as well. We hope that once it's out and once we tune into it, that we can give you guys a review on it as well. and what we think of it based on our knowledge and our experience with Game of Thrones and our sadness that we left with Game of Thrones at the end. But anyways, what an episode it has been, guys. I hope it's not above 1 hour. I'm checking my time here lah. But anyways, I keep saying I just realized one thing, in the podcast, I keep saying anyways a lot, It's like my only segue kind of word,
Anyway.
Anyways.
Anyway.
If you love Game of Thrones, just let us know why down in the comments in YouTube, or you can do it.
So you can random slide in the
you
comments.
You can DM us also. Simon will reply.
Yeah, he will.
Why me?
Okay I think Wei Yong will reply. He's a social media follower.
Yeah. I mean, if you love Game of Thrones, let us know why. If you dislike it or you find it hard to swallow, let us know why too. We would love to hear your thoughts,
We'll rant back
because
with you.
we love this show. We love shows in general.
Yeah.
Okay, let us know what are your favorite moments too. What your favorite characters are too. You've heard it from us in this episode of the podcast. It's been a pleasure. We hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. This episode. Yes, and we hope that you took away something from it, and I hope this, in a way, brings you, if you have not watched Game of Thrones before, it brings you to want to check it out. Or at least
seriously watch it.
Check out the first few seasons. If you are worried about the nudity or the violence part, just skip ahead a little bit. But just see what.
Also, we warned you already, so
Yeah. Just FYI.
Yeah.
FYI.
It's not always there. It's just the early seasons.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, if you feel like Game of Thrones feel like you haven't watched it because it's it feels too long, I beg you just to I implore you to just watch till episode 9, season 1.
Yeah.
After that, if you don't watch it, it's up to you.
Anyways, guys, if you feel like Game of Thrones is long, just think how much longer The Walking Dead is.
It's still going on.
It's still going on. What the heck, man? Let it die already.
Yeah, please end that show.
I stopped watching it. Season 6. Okay.
You know what? Game of Thrones. Grey's Anatomy.
Oh my god.
20 seasons, bro. It's as old as I am.
You know why not? Because it's all hospital only, bro.
Just end the show.
I never watched my mom watched
Just
though, but
end the show.
I didn't watch it as well.
I feel like thanks to
Okay. I think we shouldn't dive into that now. We're good. Let's wrap things up. That was Game of Thrones. What we think about this. That's what we think about this series, and we hope that the information that we've given is of an entertainment to you when you're listening to this.
What is that voice, dude?
When you're listening to this in the car or what so forth, Yeah. As we three sign off, once again, it's me, Simon, Vinod, and Wei Yong here.
Yes, sir.
We hope you guys enjoyed yourself.
Ciao.
Do take care, stay safe, God bless, and we'll see you in the next episode. And remember that we're in Malaysia, haze is coming.
Jesus Christ.